Hey guys, it's Asher. Today I'm gonna do an FAQ for you guys. Yeah, I got a fuck ton of questions too. Let's see. Well, 198. That's not that many, but like it's kind of a lot because I'm definitely not gonna be able to answer 200 questions. Like I wish I could like speed round but I don't have the editing capacity for that for one. And I don't know. I feel like some of these have like boring answers anyway. Anyway, starting at the top. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go and why? Like to live or just visit because that matters. I guess if I was like told that I could live anywhere right now, like my rent's covered and whatever. Um, I don't know. Like I would normally have said like if you had asked me this like 2 years ago, I would have like without a doubt said LA. You know, even though they're like overpopulated and shit just because that obviously pertains to everything that I want to do. But the last couple of years, you know, Georgia's sort of become like a big place for especially special effects and stuff. And I work at Netherworld Haunted House, so I hear a lot about opportunities like that, a lot of Walking Dead stuff. And so I don't know. I don't think I would actually like realistically leave right now. Maybe if I was like, you know, fucking already rich and stuff, and they were like, yeah, you can just go retire right now any place in the world, I'd probably pick like Japan or something weeaboo-ish, but yeah, now if someone came to me like, you know, here's a completely full paid vacation to go anywhere in the world that you wanted to go, like just for this week or something, um, I'd pick Disney World because I've never been to Disney World, and I'm going to Harry Potter World this February, but we're not going to Disney World, so um, I still will have not been to Disney World, and I'm fucking 20, and that's kind of sad. So, yeah. I guess that's the answer to that question. Do you cut your own hair? Funny story. I haven't cut my hair in like 6 months. I attended beauty school from June of 2014 to August of 2015. So from that entire time span, I had my haircuts covered for free, you know, by people at my school, whether it be like teachers or students or whatever. I haven't had to worry about haircuts for a long time. And then right as I graduated, pretty much like the month before I graduated, I buzzed all my hair off. I had a crew cut for a while, so I haven't cut it since I had the crew cut. Like I haven't even had a trim since I had that haircut. It's starting to get like really in my face right here. I'm gonna have to trim that soon. But yeah, I don't know. So to answer your question, like I haven't had to cut my hair yet, but when I guess the time comes, I will obviously have to do it. Even though haircutting, despite attending beauty school for like the entire time, like I graduated and I passed everything. I'm not the best hair cutter. I'm really good at dyeing hair and I'm really good at like makeup and stuff, but like nails and that kind of stuff, like I never was really good at cutting hair at all. I can do like the basics, like I can trim hair and I can like eyeball things like cosplay wigs and stuff, but like as far as actually like, you know, doing a really like skillfully accurate cut, like where everything like lines up when you comb it and stuff, it's not happening. I don't have the patience for that shit. And there's like a lot more angles and stuff than I can, you know, bear to do. Um, what was your favorite hair color? I have to say I really like this hair color and the one I had before this, the Aurora Borealis hair colors. That was really nice. Yeah, this hair color brand that I'm using right now is just really cool, and I'm having fun experimenting with them. I'm gonna do a whole different video on my hair, so I'm not gonna go too in depth. I've already like went in depth about some hair questions, but from this point on, I'm gonna save them for a different video. Same goes with FTM questions, female to male. Transgender stuff, I'm gonna make a completely different video for all that because I got so many questions pertaining to just those topics. So, yeah. What color hasn't your hair been yet? Yellow. I've had like really gold blonde, but it wasn't like supposed to be yellow. So I've never had like the color yellow, but I just got some, so I think I'm gonna do this kind of green with yellow tips next time. I think that's what I'm going for. But yeah, yellow, I've never had yellow. I've never had like, I don't know, obscure colors. Like I've never had pastel pink. I've never had mint, you know. I don't usually have the patience to wait for my hair to fade down that light, and I don't love doing pastel colors to start with because I wash my hair so often, and it just doesn't make sense to do a pastel hair color because it never stays. So, yeah, and most of the pastel colors I've never had, I guess. What's your favorite animal? Um, I like a lot of animals. I really like cats and dogs, but I usually, when people ask me my favorite, I usually say bunnies because they're cute and it's like a little bit different than cat and dog. So yeah, bunny. What's the most exciting part of starting tea? Not sounding like a little girl anymore. That's the best. I still sound like a little boy, but I'd rather sound like a little boy than a little girl. How do you deal with negativity online? Usually I type a smartass response, realize 5 minutes later that it's not worth it, delete my response, and then delete their comment and block them. Like, all the time, I'm like, you know, I come back with like these like really fucking mean ass comments, like, don't fucking play me on the internet because I've got mean shit to say, but it always ends up just blowing up bigger than it needs to be, and I always end up just looking like the bad guy for defending myself. So yeah, I would say if you're asking me what you should do, you should just delete it and block them from the beginning. Just skip the first step. I just have a bad habit. I've got a short temper, so yeah. Do you have any tattoos? Yeah, I have this one, which I don't have enough. I don't have no idea what you're seeing in the frame, so sorry. I don't have enough of tattoos to do like a tattoo video, but yeah, I've got Toon World from Yu-Gi-Oh! It's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card, if you've never heard of that, you know, I don't know how else to explain it. It's like a flip book, kind of, but it's evil. Yeah, I have that right there. It's my latest tattoo and my favorite one, my most expensive one, you know, whatever. I have an Ouroboros from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood on my left thigh, and I have that because I don't know, I really wanted the Ouroboros to, you know, as a fandom tattoo because I like fandom tattoos, sue me, and I picked that spot because envy is my favorite sin, and I thought that'd be a good spot. My second choice was my hand because greed is my, like, I don't know, envy and greed are kind of tied for my favorite sin, honestly, but envy ended up winning for tattoo placement because the thigh seemed like a more practical spot for a tattoo, especially at the time because I was only 17 when I got it, or I might have been 18, but it was like I had just gotten my first job and stuff, and I don't know, it seemed more practical to have a tattoo on my thigh than on my hand. Yeah. And I don't feel like taking my pants off to show you guys my thigh, but I do have one on my leggy. It's my first tattoo ever. So yeah, everyone always thinks it's a bat because of the way the web is, but it's actually a spider with tribal web patterns. Yeah, I picked it from the wall. I was 15. It was a bad idea. I don't regret it, but it's definitely not, like, you know, the cutest tattoo in the world. So, inspirations. Believe it or not, most of my inspirations, like, rather than being celebrity status, super big baller people, are, people that I consider, like, my peers, that, I actively draw inspiration from, like, most of them are actually my friends and my mutuals at this point, so that's funny. In no specific order, Spencer of Space, I really have been following him for a long time. They've been my friend. I consider us friends. Sorry, Spencer, if this is like awkward as hell. Yeah, anyway, we've been following each other for a long time, and we're cool, and all of his stuff is inspiring to me, so yeah, he keeps me on my toes. Same for Cried Wolves. Oliver is another bro of mine, and oh my god, I swear if I had like a nickel for how many people told me that I looked like this guy like on a daily basis, which, like, not that that's an insult or anything, like, I just personally don't see it, but anyway, I digress. His stuff is awesome, and it like keeps me inspired to also be awesome because you know, like when there's other awesome people around you, like it makes you want to be just as good as them, like instead of just sitting back and being like, damn, they're good. Like I personally, when I see someone that I think is fucking cool, I want to go out and match them and, you know, do that sort of thing. Maybe that's just like a competitive nature thing, but I digress. These are all my friends that I try and sort of stay in the same league as, I guess. That sounds really weird to say. Uh, how do you choose what hairstyles to get, and how do you maintain your hair's health? Like I said, I don't really go get my hair cut. This is just how my hair's grown in after the past few months because I didn't really have the option of getting haircuts. And I'm currently growing my hair out to be long, so I don't plan on getting any haircuts, except for maybe cutting my bangs myself just to frame my face so that I can see, you know. So yeah, I maintain the health just by conditioning it a lot, honestly. Like, I don't fry the fuck out of it like I used to. I'll talk more about that in a hair-related video. Have you been to any Pride parades? No. Surprisingly, I've never been to a Pride parade. I've heard rumors that Pride parades are terrible for FTMs. I don't know why. I've never been to one. Who's your anime waifu? To be honest, I'm hella gay, and I don't usually have anime waifus. I have, like, anime husbandos, but waifus, I love Officer Jenny. She's pretty cool. I know that's, like, an old school answer, but, like, when I think of bad bitches from anime, I don't have a lot of female, like, fave characters. I like, Tamari from Naruto. She's badass. Hinata from Naruto is bae as fuck. Like, I have, like, a lot of, like, anime girls that I think are cool, but, like, not one really sticks out in my mind, like, that's my waifu. What's your favorite color scheme for your everyday makeup? Right now, like, for everyday, I usually go with, like, warm brown tones or orange because my hair is green and it just looks nice, comparatively. That really changes with my mood and, again, my hair color. I usually try and just match my face to everything else. I want to shave my eyebrows, but before I do, I want to know how long it took for yours to fully grow back. Well, friend, I regret to inform you that how long mine took to grow back has absolutely nothing to do with how long yours is gonna take to grow back, Yeah, everyone's eyebrows are different. Like, I know lots of people that shave their eyebrows off and they never come back. My eyebrows did come back, obviously. There they are. They are filled in, obviously, with green eyeshadow, but, like, for the most part, I have, like, legitimate eyebrows. A lot of you probably didn't even follow me before. I'm, like, fucking with my hair now. A lot of you probably didn't follow me before I had, when I had no eyebrows, because, for the most part, I resorted to just shaving half of them off and doing that thing. I did have no brows for a while, and that was, at the time, I didn't realize how much I hated it, but, like, once I grew my eyebrows back in, I realized how much it was not worth not having eyebrows. But yeah, you know, to each their own. Like, I did it initially for cosplay, and then I didn't like the way it looked anyway. Like, I prefer a more realistic take on a character as opposed to the anime cartoon look. But, you know, a young artist experimenting. I definitely think that if you're in the same boat, if you're, like, you know, trying to be more creative with makeup and stuff, or if you're trying to, like, you know, look more cartoony in your cosplay, I think shaving your eyebrows is a great way to go. But yeah, for me, been there, done that, wouldn't do it again. And it could take, you know, a long time to grow back, or no time to grow back. It really just depends. How do you deal with the way people are looking at you in the street or in public places? By the way, you're awesome. Keep up the originality. Thank you. I try really hard to be original. It's kind of hard. It's impossible to do nowadays, actually. But, I honestly don't get that much rude stuff in public. I don't pay attention to people staring at me, so I can't tell you, like, I honestly have never noticed, like, someone just, like, staring at me, like, in a negative way. Like, people check me out all the time, not gonna lie. But, like, and, like, people, I can tell, like, when people sort of study me because they're not sure whether to say ma'am or sir, like, if I'm, like, at the grocery store or something. But, I've never just, like, seen, like, a random dude just, like, eyeballing me from across the room, like, angrily or with disdain. Um, yeah, so I don't know, like, I've never really faced that. Uh, any tips for trans boys who like to wear makeup slash feminine things? Do it. Um, have you ever cosplayed as a Vocaloid? If not, would you ever consider? I've never cosplayed as a Vocaloid, and I probably never would because I don't like Vocaloid. No, I don't have anything against it, but like, it's not my thing, and I can't get into it. There was a time where I considered cosplaying Kaito, but I just don't really want to do cosplays from things that I'm not super passionate about anymore. I feel like that's a lot of cosplayers go through that. This past year of 2015 and sort of the end of 2014, I did a lot of cosplays that I wasn't super into, and they ended up, you know, looking like shit because I didn't really love it, and I was too busy worrying about quantity, as opposed to quality. So yeah, this next coming year, like, I only have like 2 to 3 conventions planned, and like, I am only doing like 5 to 6 new characters. And I just don't have the space for characters that I don't, like, really love. So, yeah, sorry guys, I'm not really one on cosplay requests or suggestions. Like, you can suggest it, and if I'm already planning on doing it, you know, I guess that's good for you, but probably not gonna just cosplay something because a lot of people think I should do it, just because I don't have the money to do that. Yeah. So, if you could meet anyone in the world, dead or alive, who would it be and why? That's a hard question because I have like so many like celebrity faves. Right now, I don't know. I want to say Daniel Radcliffe because I like him and I feel like he could get me in on Broadway. But I'm just kidding. I don't know. I like Chris Evans a lot. I'd love to meet him. I love Sebastian Stan. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. I can't pick between those 3. I guess if you make me, I pick Daniel Radcliffe. What's the biggest obstacle you've had to overcome to get to where you are today? Honestly, I guess coming out. Because, like, if I would never have done that, then I wouldn't have ever been confident enough to post, like, photos of myself online and put myself out there, and I wouldn't be where I am today, so I guess that's, like, the hardest thing. Moving out at an early age because of an abusive household situation was sort of an obstacle too, but I feel like, I don't know, those 2 things both really shaped me, so I guess I can't pick, but yeah. Do you get the majority of your clothes at one place? Because many of your outfits are very cool, and I wanted to know where you get most of your stuff. A lot of my clothing, like the shirt I'm wearing today, for example, is from Shein.com. They are one of my sponsors. They don't pay me to say good shit about their clothes. In fact, I say bad shit about their clothes all the time. Like, they're a whole store, a wholesale store, so, you know, the quality is not consistent 100%. It's, you know, so the sizing is a lot, like, is really wonky. Some stuff only comes in one size, so I'm not saying that Shein is, like, the best store in the world, but for t-shirts and, like, sweatpants and some jackets, I definitely think that they're a good place to go. That's where a lot of my stuff that people usually ask me where it's from, that's usually where it's from. I know a lot of people like H&M. I don't own anything from there personally, but I like the way their clothes look, so I guess that's, if I was gonna shop anywhere I wanted to, that's somewhere I would suggest to you guys. This is gonna sound fucking lame, but Hot Topic, like, I'll never get over a good graphic t-shirt. I'm sorry. You hear that voice crack? I don't know. I really don't, like, shop. I really have terrible fashion sense. Like, I put together these nice outfits for social media, but then, like, if you know me in real life, like, I got, like, fuzzy socks with these sweatpants on. I actually wore this outfit to the movies yesterday, except for I had a Fullmetal Alchemist shirt on instead, so imagine how lame that looked. Oh, and the worst, hold on, let me... Ugh. Everyone is, like, asking me, like, where I get my clothes from, and I wear these, like, every day of my life. Like, I'm that motherfucker, okay? So, I promise you, I really don't have that good of fashion sense. I'm just able to piece together the nice-ish looking things that I have together because they all happen to be like black or like dark red or something. So anyway, I digress. I don't really go out of my way to shop anywhere for special clothing because I really don't like dress nice all the time. So yeah, sorry. Um, what's your worst pet peeve, girl? I have too many to tell you which my worst one is. Like I said, have a very short temper, so like there are certain things that just like really get on my nerves really fast, and I could not tell you which one is like the ultimate, but let me think of a couple that fucking bother me. I don't like when people can't read. That's probably my biggest social media related pet peeve. People asking me questions that I've like answered a million times and in a million places that are accessible for everybody. For example, my gender. I'll go into that in another video. I think I already did in a previous video, but yeah, I just can't tolerate people asking me questions that I've like explicitly answered. Like, for example, I'll be like, yeah, you know, this lipstick I'm wearing in this picture is from, you know, this store, and I'll tag the store, and then I'll like hashtag the shade. And like the first comment will be like, what's on your lips? Oh my god. Like, please learn how to read. That's my biggest pet peeve, I think. Any future tattoos slash piercings? I do have the piercing itch, but I don't have any idea what I would get pierced. Like, it would probably be on my ears, or like a dermal piercing. I really want like my collarbones pierced. Tattoos, yes. I do plan on getting this entire arm tattooed, like a sleeve, and it is going to be entirely Yu-Gi-Oh themed. I also want a half leg, so just my thigh on the side with the Ouroboros. And I want a whole bunch of other tattoos too, but just I don't know exactly where yet. My next tattoo is probably going to be the Deathly Hallows symbol. I haven't really decided where yet. I'm thinking somewhere like right here maybe, or I don't know, something. How did you choose your name? Well, Ash was just the name of a character that I liked a lot, which is sort of embarrassing. But he was an obscure character, and that's why I picked him, because the spelling of the name was really unique, and it wasn't blatantly like a weeaboo name. Like, it wasn't like, hi, my name's Carcat. So, it's totally a fandom name, but it's obscure enough that I think I got away with it. When/how did you get into makeup? I've always been pretty good at it. Like, I did all my friends' makeup for homecoming and prom and stuff, and I did makeup for like photo shoots in high school for my photographer friends and shit. And in high school I was actually like a 2D artist, all the art on my wall that you might have seen in like videos with different angles, like that's all my art from high school. So yeah, I was always like skilled artistically, and then when I was 17 I decided explicitly that I wanted to be a makeup artist and that I didn't want to just, you know, do makeup for fun and stuff anymore. At that point I had actually been kicked out of college. I went to university to be to be an art teacher. That was my degree, was a major in art education, I think is what it was. Decided halfway there that all my like roommates and stuff were theater people, and so I hung out with all the theater groups, and I really wanted to do the makeup for the theater program, and I wanted to change my degree to a theater tech, and I really wanted to stay there, but my parents wouldn't let me change my degree, and because of that I sort of just didn't have any motivation to be there, because I was just trying to get a degree that I didn't fucking want. So I failed. I just didn't go to class, basically. Kicked my ass out. That is when I decided to go to beauty school, because obviously I got kicked out of college and my parents were like, oh, you guys should just, you should just go to beauty school and just do something so that you're not a bum ass on your, you know, you're not a bum sitting at home all day. And so I did that. That was also a mistake, because beauty school is way too broad for what I wanted to do. And yeah, that's another topic, but that's basically what happened, and here I am now. When did you realize you were in the wrong body? Shit, I was actually really old. I was 17, and that, a lot of people judge that, you know, fuck you if you're one of those people. I was wondering what your favorite brand of makeup for your cosplay slash regular day makeup is. Some brands I really like are Sugar Pill, Kat Von D, Jeffree Star, and Urban Decay. Those are probably my 4 faves, and I think those are all high-end too. From the grocery store, I like Maybelline a lot, and Rimmel London sometimes has some good cheap products, so yeah. I'd say those. Feelings on Kylo Ren after episode 7. That's my baby and also myself. That's about all I have to say about it because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody in case you're kind of late to the party and haven't seen it yet. But I love him and I plan on cosplaying him. He's actually my most expensive cosplay of 2016. I'm planning on dropping like $700 on that cosplay. You know, with the helmet and the costume and the saber, like, that's fucking expensive. So, I actually have a Kylo Ren body pillow right here. I am in Kylo Ren hell. Yeah. What is your favorite smell? That's an interesting question and I like it. I like tropical smells. I like food smells as long as there's actually food to accompany the smell. I get really pissed off when I'm like teased by food smells when the food's not really there. If I had to pick like a specific scent, I really like eucalyptus smells good. My humidifier has eucalyptus oil and it just smells really like fresh. I like it. And like all my incense, I like the smell of general incense. I think my favorite one is like a Walmart brand one called like Orange Dragon Blood or something. I don't know, but I like that kind of smell. What is your fondest childhood memory? Holy shit, that's a lot of memories. I have a lot of really good ones. Most of them probably involving my best friend, Senna. She's really cool. We've been friends since 2nd grade. She doesn't have social media or anything for you guys to follow her on, unfortunately, but she's a cool person, I promise. She took me to my first Dragon Con. That was probably a big, fond memory. She took me to see Wicked at the Fox Theater when we were like 10. That was a good memory. Lots of stuff like that. Favorite Legend of Zelda game / game to play in general. My favorite Zelda game is Majora's Mask, hands down. I really like it. I've never actually gotten to play Twilight Princess firsthand, but I've seen gameplay of it and it's really fucking awesome. I actually plan on getting a Majora tattoo. Don't know when, soon though. It's one of my next ones, so yeah. Favorite game in general, all-time game, definitely Pokemon because it was an OG. Pokemon Crystal was my first video game ever and it actually taught me how to read because I was only like 4 or something and obviously an idiot because I couldn't read. So, yeah. Describe your aesthetic in 4 words. Fucking deadly vampire god from hell. What's your fave movie at the moment? Crimson Peak, probably. I really love that movie. I really liked Star Wars too, but it's not my favorite. Crimson Peak was fucking awesome. Just everything about it. The story, the actors, the cinematography, the depiction of everything is an awesome movie. And if you like gothic themed movies, you would probably like it a lot. If you could be any animal, what would you be? That's a good question too. Fuck. I'd be a cat because those motherfuckers are lazy all day. I would be Tubbs from Nico Atsumi. What would you tell your 10-year-old self? I would tell myself to stop Naruto running everywhere. What weapon would you have in a zombie apocalypse? Fuck. I would be like Ash versus the Evil Dead and have like a chainsaw hand. I would cut my own hand off and then attach a chainsaw to it. Just for the opportunity to be like Ash from the Evil Dead. Do you know how to play an instrument? I play the ukulele, but I kind of suck at it and I can't sing right now because of my voice, so yeah. What do you look for in a relationship? Steve Rogers. Yeah, so that's all the questions I'm gonna answer today. This video is like ridiculously long, so thank you so much if you actually made it this far. If you have more questions, leave them in the comments and I'll try and get to them as fast as I can, you know. I like making FAQ videos, but I also don't want to like flood you guys with them, so I'm gonna try and do some other stuff in between all my FAQs. But yeah, feel free to ask questions, and thanks for watching, and I hope you follow me, subscribe and stuff, and if you want to see more videos, like this video.